Okay, today is Friday, December 7th. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Julio Zamora, statement for the court. Uh, on December 7th, 2010, I had a notice offer of work. They took 15%, whatever it is, and didn't keep me working. They just flat out sent me home. On December 17, 2010, received a notice from the union attorney, Local 439 in Stockton, California, that I was discharged on December 16, 2010. They emailed it or faxed to James Williams, Transportation Manager, Tracy Distribution Center in Tracy, California, that the discharge was denied and all disciplinary action against me was to be denied, and to submit all proof and documents, photos, etc. by December 25th, that I'm guilty, false accusations, etc., etc. They didn't do so within the time limits, null and void, final and binding. I should have been returned to work like 1,500 other Teamsters in Local 439 in Stockton, California. It wasn't done. And James Williams, the transportation manager, is responsible because he was notified on December 17, 2010 that the discharge was denied. Okay, so, and then I had a notice of offer of work, like I said before, but on top of that, I filed for unemployment, and the response was that they're in conflict of liability. Conflict of liability, which means that I had a return to work, full duty, and it wasn't honored. So, notice of offer of work wasn't honored. Conflict of liability, I should be working, wasn't honored. The denial of the discharge and all evidence and documents to be submitted by December 25th, 2010 wasn't done, and I wasn't returned to work. Again, I'm repeating myself as I know. Okay, so we go on from there. That was 2010. So in 2011, an administrative judge, or 2012, administrative judge suggested to put me back to work. Adam Stewart asked me how long I could work for. I had a notice of offer of work that hadn't been enforced, and guaranteed for 1 year. 10 o'clock, I believe it was at 10 o'clock, Eureka Run, 14 hours a day, bid, overnighter. It wasn't done. They didn't put me back to work, and they didn't give me the bid that I requested for, that I sent registered mail to the Safeway Insurance Company, private insurance. And James Williams, the transportation manager, didn't honor it. And it was signed and agreed upon and deemed accepted, if not responded within 20 days, which I wasn't able to do so on December 7, 2010, because I was sent home flat out on the 5th day. Okay, so again, that's 3 times. I wasn't sent home. I wasn't put back to work. And it's Christmas. Each time it's Christmas. This is the 3rd Christmas, and today is December 7th, 2012. Okay? In 2012, I received a letter from Morales or somebody in Arizona, a claim adjuster supervisor, that I had a notice of offer of work, and if I could please send in the notice of work that I received on December 1st, 2010, that they held up, agreed upon on October 13th, I believe it was, with Workman's Comp, an agreement. Okay? And by them not honoring it, they're in violation of 132A. Now, I stand to be corrected on that, but my understanding, they're in violation of 132A, and they didn't honor it. Okay, so he sent me a letter or something in 2012, and the attorney sent me a letter to report to work. I reported to work, and Mike Sadler denied it. He said, "You better see your attorney." I went to the union. They didn't do anything about it. And James Williams, the transportation manager, I don't know if he knew or what, or if he just ignored it. But again, I wasn't put back to work. Okay, so that's where that stands. And I should also note that I haven't had any medical benefits or anything that's been denied since 4/17/2009, when I filed for unemployment. They're in conflict of liability. They denied me medical treatment. Disability payments. They're supposed to pay me every 2 weeks, and they never done so. And this is 2012, and he sent me a letter that I'm going to get paid every 2 weeks. They haven't done so. And also, they took 15% out, which left me $175 a week I'm supposed to receive every 2 weeks. It wasn't done. And I wasn't put back to work. And I have no medical benefits, and according to the QME report that I took on October 13th, I believe it was, in 2010, that I can do my customary duties that's attached to the notice of offer of work, and that I'm allowed prescription drug. Also on FMLA, I was not to be denied any medical treatment, which also was denied. And they also took my lifetime medical insurance away that I paid for in 2002, which is separate from the Health and Welfare Fund. It's an RSVP. And they haven't paid nothing. Not in 2009. They kept taking me off work, putting me back on, not paying me my pension, not paying me back pay and benefits, and I had a full release to go back to work, and it wasn't honored, and I couldn't receive any medical attention, let alone prescription drug, according to the QME report on October 13, 2010, etc. So to this is 2012, and I'm still unable to receive any medical treatment or any prescription drug whatsoever. I have no medical insurance or no medical coverage since 4/17/2009. In 2012, I received another conflict of liability from the unemployment office, and I sent them all documents, and they don't have a right to decide anything or whatever it is. That's my understanding according to the document that I have, and that was ignored. So here it is, going to be Christmas, and I should be working. And I have no medical coverage for my family or myself. And I haven't been paid every 2 weeks according to the workman's comp, according to the letter that Safeway Insurance Company sent me, and they haven't paid me every 2 weeks. They pay me once a year when they feel like it or whatever, plus they take 15% out, and they didn't honor the notice of offer of work that I'm guaranteed 1 year of work. Which in due respect, I asked the attorney that I be retired in 2013 on my birthday, automatic retirement, whether I like it or not, to be retired automatically in the personnel department to be informed. With all back pay and benefits from December 7, 2010, at 14 hours a day, because it's a 24-hour operation, okay? And it's 7 days a week, okay? And anybody that works below me, according to seniority, I'm to be paid for that day. So every day that somebody works below me, and I have 200 employees underneath me, I should get paid for that day, according to the contract, an agreement made with Safeway and the local union 439 in Stockton, California. And I should also note for the record that we're instructed to follow the Department of Transportation regulation, company policy, and union contract. And I should also note that we're under the DOT, the federal government, 24 hours a day. We're under their wing. And I should also note for the record that the onboard automatic recording device was put in tractors so that 400 drivers and myself are unable to falsify anything. Their intent in installing those onboard automatic recording devices for no driver anywhere is to be able to falsify anything. It's tamper-proof. And that's underneath the regulation of 395.15 in the interpretation and if the Judge Grill wishes to look it up. And he also can get a copy of the contract, or have a copy of the contract, and if he wishes to see it, where it says, if not within 10 days, it's null and void, final and binding. Null and void and final and binding. Now, I should also note, labor law, the state law states on Section 8 that you are required to prove your accusations, to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt under state law. And they haven't done so under the union contract, and so they're in violation of labor law, they're in violation of workman's comp, and they're also in violation of company policy and, like I said before, union contracts. So that's the end of that. And I request a court order that I be paid from December 7, 2010 at 14 hours a day, according to the document that I received from Safeway Insurance Company, that I have an offer of work which they didn't honor, and I put down 14 hours a day, Eureka Run start time at 10 o'clock, and it wasn't accepted. So it's James Williams, the transportation manager, his responsibility to put me back to work if I don't receive the grievance that was filed within 10 days, null and void, final and binding, and it wasn't done so. So on those grounds, and the fact that double standards, which I invoke, life is not fair to be considered by Judge Grill. End of story. This is Julio Zamora, Friday, December 7th, 9:14 in the morning. And I should note that I have got a treating physician, acupuncture, and agreed to treat me. I was unable to get Dr. Yip, which I need a doctor for my pinched nerve. And I should also note for the record that the PR2 report did not reflect the occupational report that was made out by Los Banos Memorial Hospital, that I went in there for left leg pain, and I had a low back. And I also got a second opinion, which was not included in the PR2 report. So they just completely left it out. And I should note that when I gave them the MRI for Dr. Hubby, and they responded that Dr. Hubby said that it was a sprain. And I don't know about the knee. I don't recall ever complaining about my knee, but if that's what they said, that's what they said. There's nothing I can do about that. The fact is, my point being is that Dr. Hubby is not the one that saw me on the first day of injury. And on the first day of injury, I don't remember ever seeing an occupational report made out, and I signed it. And I should note there was 2 reports made out on 4/17 when they made out the PR2 report. I was there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and he made a PR2 report, I guess at midnight or something, but I was there twice on 4/17. My wife and I don't remember being there twice, but if he says he took it, he took it. I'm not about to question the doctor about what he says and he doesn't say. All I'm stating is the fact that on one report, it states I'm not sure that it's an occupational injury, and he left out Los Banos occupational report. And going back to what I said, the note was sent to Dr. Hubby. Is this a sprain, or is the low back industrial injury related? The note should have been sent to Nancy Perdillo on 3/21/2009, who I saw when I first got injured. She's a drug and alcohol technician who takes tests and see if you're on drugs or alcohol when you get hurt. I did not see a doctor on 3/21/2009, and the letter that they sent to Dr. Hubby, or the company doctor, is incorrect. I should also note that for the record. So if there's any question about that, you can check with Nancy Perdillo and ask her if she made an occupational report out, and if she said that it was a sprain. I received the wrong diagnosis on 3/21/2009, and I should be returned to work immediately with all back pay and benefits, and my lifetime medical to be restored with automatic retirement on my birthday next year, so that I don't lose the lifetime medical. And if if they don't honor the notice of offer of work, then I request that Safeway replace the lifetime medical that I have, the RSVP, okay, which covers medical, prescription, eyeglasses, hearing, and dental. And I got that for my wife and 2 kids until they're 26 years old. So I need that replaced. And I need that placed as soon as possible because I wasn't fired on December 7th, 2010. And I didn't falsify anything. And the fact is that the dispatcher took the time from the data machine in the driver's room and changed my time on my logs on the automatic onboard recording device from 10:30 to 11:15, and he wasn't supposed to do that, I should say, okay? He was in violation of the Department of Transportation of the federal government, who installed those machines with the intent for truck drivers, the 400 at Safeway, and myself, unable to falsify anything, tamper-proof. So I lost 45 minutes on December 6, 2010, and I lost a day's pay on December 7, 2010 because he took my trip sheet, or my time card, whatever you want to call it, from December 7, 2010. He must have thrown it in the garbage because I didn't get paid for that day, and I was there a half a day. So I wasn't fired, and I didn't falsify anything. They're false accusations, and they didn't prove or establish that I was guilty beyond a reasonable doubt by December 25th, 2010, according to the discharge being denied on December 17, 2010. And I was not put back to work according to the contract, like 1,500 other Teamsters in Tracy, California. Okay? James Williams, the transportation manager, did not fulfill his responsibility. Okay? And why he didn't put me back to work is a question that needs to be asked. Okay? And why didn't he establish beyond a reasonable doubt that I was guilty? The question needs to be asked, and why am I not working? And this is December 7, 2010, 2012. And so this is the 3rd Christmas. And I need that 1 year to get my daughter at the UC Merced University of Merced in Merced, California, 1 more year. So it only needs 1 more year to finish, to get her BA degree in biology or whatever her major is. But it's biology, a chemist. So I need that 1 year. And I need my lifetime medical. I can only get it if I'm returned to work. Otherwise, I lose it, and Safeway needs to replace it. There's no reason I should not be working. And if there is, James Williams, the transportation manager in Tracy, California Distribution Center, needs to explain why I am not working and why am I denied all medical benefits and medical treatment from 4/17/2009. And the notation, and like I said, I invoke double standards. Life is not fair. Okay, for the record. And the notation.